Are you struggling to get your animal art to look realistic? If so, you're probably making a couple of just fundamental mistakes. I'm going to cover those in this video, from transferring your image, doing the underlayer, and putting details on top. I'm using Canson Velvet, the new paper, for this lesson, but you could use Pastelmat, of course. Now, this is just an overview. On my Patreon channel, I've got 2 hours completely free video, all in real time if you want to see more details. So let's jump right in. Let's start off nice and slow. What are you actually seeing? Reference photo. Okay, so this is what we're aiming for. It looks complicated. It's not too complicated. I'm going to simplify it all down into step-by-steps for you. Get that out of the way. Then I've got black transfer paper or graphite paper, and then my paper on top ready to transfer. Okay, it's easy if you use a ballpoint pen for this, because you can see the mark very easily. If you use a pencil, you won't be able to see the marks you're doing easily. Check straight off that it's working and that you've got your transfer paper the right way around, because numerous times I've had it the wrong way around. You want the shiny side down towards the pastel paper. Okay, so all I'm going to do now is just roughly transfer the lines of the more important elements. See, I'm using the pencil to actually blend. The pencil is doing the blending for me. Just use it on the side. Now, of course, if you want to blend it a bit quicker, you can use your fingers. Now, bear in mind, this Canson paper takes a little bit more pastel to get it smooth. So either use, a paper stump, which is one of these things, come in all different sizes, for the first layer. Okay, so push it in, circular motions. It will take off some pastel, but it will smooth that texture out, that kind of graininess, you see. And then it go back on top of it, and then it looks smoother quicker. Put the central part in first, because it's not just a dark black line. I've also got some dark blues, almost blacks, coming out to the side that blurs it a little bit. Down here is dark, so I'm just indicating where are these places going to live, these areas, before we lose the line art underneath. Let's just indicate where these bits live, and I can use the direction of my pencil to indicate just loosely for now direction that the fur goes in. I'm going to use a paper stump in a moment to blend all this into the lower tooth of the paper. It'll look lighter then. That's okay. I can re-establish those darks. I want to get rid of the grain. See that graininess that we're seeing now? Now I want it to blend quite a lot. So paper stump I'll use will be a soft one. Okay. Then use it on the side. Small kind of circular strokes, because we are blending. And you see the difference. You see it's going fuzzy looking. I can take the dirtiness of the stump, put it into a light area if I want to subdue it down, dirty it up. If I want to give it a bit of a clean, I can use the other end, keep an end clean. Or I can give it a wipe on the microfiber cloth. Although I'm using circular strokes, I'm kind of going, you see, fur direction as well. Now I blended that first layer down in. Obviously these darks need to be made darker. So I can use my dark black. Pit is good for this, because it's the hardest of all the pastels. And you see I'm putting in what I call the texture layer, texturizing layer. Couple of strokes, twist the pencil, couple of strokes, twist the pencil, keeps that conical type of shape at the top. Allow the underlayer to show through. Now we can put highlights on top. Doing the same thing, stroke, twist the pencil. See, like that. Stroke, twist the pencil. How long are these? Is very short. Then the mark is very short. Not covering up all the underlayer. Short little marks. Am I going over some of the darks? Yes. I can't avoid it. Sometimes I'm going in the middle, but it's going over the dark. It's giving that same effect that we see on the reference, correct? So that's all right. I'm going after the essence of the effect we're seeing. I'm not after hyper realistic photographic copy. I'm not after that. I'm not bothered about that. Put the black on top. I'm just building layers. Do not get wrapped up in thinking this has got to be identical to the photo. Absolutely doesn't. I know I'm saying it a few times, but people get disappointed. But remember, most people, when they see your drawings, are not going to see the reference photo. Why would they? It's putting added pressure on you if you're showing them the reference photo. They don't need to see it. I've got to show you. So I'm at a bit of a disadvantage. Because I've got to show you. And then you're naturally going to compare and think, well, if that doesn't look exactly like that, this doesn't look exactly like that. I don't care if it doesn't look exactly like these things. Getting close to the end. Let's remove this and have a look. How's it looking? It's not looking too bad. It's surprising when you take things a step at a time what you can achieve. Wildlife art is not the easiest thing to get your brain going and, you know, your head around. Sometimes you really could do with a bit of guidance, and I hope that with my videos, that's what you're getting. You're seeing what I've worked out over the last few years to do, so that you can avoid trial and error, frustration, because I want you to get to the real enjoyment stage of it. And that comes after you've got, you know, a bit of confidence as well. So, with that said, really hope you've enjoyed it. This free lesson, and hope to see you on my Patreon channel, where I've got hundreds and hundreds of other lessons as well. Let me just pop this in the middle so you can see it, and see you on the next lesson.